Welcome back to South Point. PBA League Challenge continues with the obstacle course. Here's a look at the leaderboard. Oscar Palermo on top, 28. O'Neill, 27. Pete Weber experiencing controversy in last week's time to strike and this week's obstacle course. That did not count, and Kimberly Pressler is standing by with the Hall of Famer. Kimberly.
So, Pete, you had a strike. You ended up with a 0 because you hit the pin down there. How bummed about it are you?
It stayed on the lane. I feel that maybe it should have counted, but that's all right. I'm not going to worry about it too much. These guys that have to go next they're hurting.
Well, are you enjoying this PBA League Challenge?
It's been a blast so far. I'm in to watch the other guys do it, and then you got to get up and do it after them. It's actually pretty fun, and I think everybody's having a blast.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
4 more teams remaining in the PBA League Challenge. Palermo on top at 28. T.O.'s got the next pick.
Go, baby.
Time for Norm Duke to tackle the obstacles.
Well, remember what happened last week. Duke looking for a little redemption.
Norm Duke couldn't even get 1 strike in 90 seconds. Time to strike was no strike for Norm Duke, franchise player for the Dallas Strikers.
And now Duke in his attempt at 3 shots at the obstacle course. Players must have an inside and outside and a player's choice shot. Navigates the obstacles, 8 to open.
Best he can do now is a tie. If he can throw a couple of strikes, he's got a shot from out now, and the players will probably choose to have him throw his last shot right where he threw this one.
Is there anybody better at the outside part of the lane than this guy?
The dead hand outside shot, Norm's pretty much king. Walter Ray, give him a little run for his money out there, but Norm Duke has made a fortune over the years throwing this shot right here.
8 and 8, 16 for Duke. A strike would put him level with Belmonte for 3rd.
Just as I thought, the players moved Norm in.
They've called it. 5 into the 4-7, baby.
Mm. 25 final score for Norm Duke and the Dallas Strikers.
Those were all like I like them.
Pretty good shot here, but it just doesn't hit the 1-3 quite hard enough, leaving the flat 10. Norm disappointed.
Mike Fagan. Let's do it. Easy. Easy.
Motown Muscle franchise player Mike Fagan will now tackle the obstacles.
I think Mike Fagan's going to do pretty well. Just going out on a limb. Prediction, my friend.
The versatility of Mike Fagan about to be on the display. He's going to go inside early. And 9 with a quality hit.
Not bad.
Fagan equally adept at working the outside portion of the lane. We'll see that coming up.
Right around that 5th arrow, and got to dodge the pin down lane at the break point. Now Mike Fagan's going to show us all the straight game he's been working on for the last 2 or 3 years. It's really made a huge difference in his game.
Here's your leader, Oscar Palermo, representing Pittsburgh, trying to climb out of the cellar here in the PBA League Challenge. And 10 for Fagan. Strike. 19 and a chance to take the lead. That's a pretty good prediction, Randy.
And they're all going to move him in because they saw the flat 10 and they know how good he is throwing it straight from out. So the other players have said, Mike, you better move in and show us that you can still throw the big curve and strike.
10 to take the lead. 9 would set up a potential sudden death roll-off with Palermo.
Following today's PBA League Challenge, the PBA Chameleon title match between Ryan Simonelli and Dom Barrett. So stay tuned for that.
So here's Fagan moving to the inside. Chance to take the lead. And obstacle. 19.
What happened?
I think Oscar described just what happened. And we'll look at it again.
He tried to give it a little extra hand at the bottom and got it left to target. And that was all she wrote.
Will it be Rash or will it be Barnes?
Barnesy, let's do it.
Here comes Chris Barnes. Franchise player for Chris Hardwick's Silver Lake
Yeah.
Atom Splitters.
I'm pretty good loft in it. That's probably a good play. Yeah.
Barnes now to navigate the obstacle course. Takes the outside shot first. Drills it. 10 for Barnes.
Great shot.
Looked on purpose.
Players telling Chris, you better enjoy that one. You're not going to see it again.
Yeah, that was a great comment by Rash because
You know, Mike, you're going to vote on that one for me?
when the players decide on his last shot, it's not going to be from that part of the lane.
All right.
One of the most versatile players in the history of the PBA Tour on the inside approach. And a 9 count. And likely he'll see that opportunity again.
See, I was paying attention to how you do this. Don't try to do anything.
Avoids the obstacles, goes high, only leaving the 10 pin. He has a chance now
Are you sure?
to take the lead.
Yeah,
You want to vote?
good comment from Barnes. Is there an advantage of the players later in the draw to kind of see what happens during the first several shots?
Oh,
or would you
yeah.
rather post the score?
No, absolutely. There's a bit of an advantage watching all the balls go down the lane.
Over, yeah. I get a lot of pins, but they'd all be they'll be those rubber ones. All right.
Barnes, the king of self-deprecation. 19. 10 to take the lead. And 8 makes 27. Tied with O'Neill, and Palermo still leads.
That left lane's starting to hook, Mike J, and it's not like you can make an adjustment and move in even deeper. You saw what happened to Fagan when he tried doing that.
So Son Rash will bat 8th here, the reigning player of the year.
22 and a half, that's a lot more than I'm thinking.
Franchise player for Jesse Williams, Brooklyn Styles. 3 shots through the obstacles, outside first. 8.
I'll just stay out there. Pete, how many did you get? Okay, I gotta beat that so I can get 2 points.
Well, this is not Sean Rash's strong suit of no-handing it from the outside part of the lane. I promise you, that's where you're going to see his 3rd shot.
Needs 2 strikes to force a roll-off with Palermo.
Oh, God.
That's one.
Yeah, and I've learned over the years that anytime you hear a player say, oh, God, after they let go of it, it's usually going to strike. Pretty good here. Now, if Sean Rash can somehow figure out a way to throw a strike from the outside part of the lane,
I'm looking at 2.
he will tie Osku.
I know it's not what I hit.
And that would force a roll-off with the twin fin.
I
Otherwise,
can't say it.
Osku takes top points in this PBA League Challenge.
No.
And he got it! 28 for Rash. We're going to have a roll-off. Oh!
He just gave it the heater, Ricky.
So we will have a roll-off, Rash and Palermo.
Take that.
Guess what? We have a tie. One ball subject roll-off on the left lane. Each player can pick their own line.
The roll-off will happen on the obstacle course.
Stay out.
Osku goes first.
And Osku will begin the roll-off. 28 apiece. It goes to overtime here, this PBA League Challenge. And we're down to 1 shot. First order of business is to avoid the obstacles. Here's Palermo. 6.
Oh, my. That ball actually rolled out and went dead straight after he came off the end of the pattern. Sean Rash
You? Just you and me? Oh, okay.
has a great opportunity right now of winning this challenge. You'd think that he's going to play in and should have no trouble getting more than 6 as long as he doesn't hit any of the obstacles.
I heard him say he's staying right.
Interesting choice.
Picks it up. Goes with the B game. Nails it. And Sean Rash picks up first place points for his Brooklyn Styles in this PBA League Challenge.
So with today's victory, Sean Rash and the Brooklyn Styles go to the top of the standings with 27 points. Only 1 competition left in the PBA League Challenge, a surprise event named for Terrell Owens. It's the TO Challenge next week. But coming up, can Ryan Simonelli rebound from last week's shocking loss and take home the PBA Chameleon title? Not if #1 seed Dom Barrett has anything to say about it. The Chameleon Final is next here at the World Series of Bowling. Stay with us.
Welcome back to South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa. PBA Chameleon Championship match is coming up next, but first it's the Geico Championship recap with Randy.
Ryan Simonelli in match #1 taking on Tom Smallwood, and it was all the Von Ryan Express. Starts with the front 3, then catches a 5-bagger, shoots 255 to Tom Smallwood's 197. Then in match #2, it's all Simonelli once again. A 4-bagger, 3 through 6, and a double late. And that was all she wrote. He takes down Brian Crutcher, 235, 179.
Simonelli ascends the ladder, and waiting at the top is Dom Barrett from England. There's the Dominator. Puts the paw on it from the right side. 231.8 average for his 14 qualifying games.
Check out what he did at the Scorpion Open. Playing that deep inside line, using the great hand and power. You want to talk about a guy that can roll it? Well, you're looking at him. I think that out of all the right-handers that we've seen on the telecast today, if anybody can get to the pocket consistently, it's going to be Don Barrett. He's got a lot of hand, a lot of revs, speed, and heavy roll.
Who will take home the Chameleon Championship? The Englishman, the Dominator, Don Barrett, or the Southpaw American, the Ryan Express, Ryan Simonelli? Both are in search of their second PBA Tour title. The final match is next, here at the World Series of Bowling from South Point Hotel, Casino and Spa in Las Vegas.